All right, so are you in a fraternity at your school?
I am. I go to UGA and I'm a Theta Chi, so yeah, I am in fraternity.
All right. Now, what did you think frat life would be like before you joined?
Before I joined, I mean, I kind of just knew, like, like the stuff you see in movies. So that's kind of like what I went in there, like, expecting. I didn't really, think it'd be anything like crazy. I just thought it'd be like what it was in the movies. But then, like, when I started rushing around, talking to guys, they kind of introduced me to their chapters, this and that. That's why I realized it was like more than that. Like, it's not just what you see in the movies. Like, it's like a real brotherhood, and they do like, there's always like kind of giving back to the community. There's like a side about that like they don't really show in the movies that I thought was like really, really cool and impactful, I guess. Yeah.
So, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about frat guys?
I guess that they're kind of just like douchebags. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't really care about anything other than themselves, and like don't care about anything other than partying.
Mm-hmm.
But then, getting to know more people, seeing what it was really about, you like realize it's not all about that.
What do you think people don't see behind the scenes? Because I feel like the stereotype is pretty strong. So, what do you feel like people don't understand or don't see?
Like everyone, everyone will see like the who throws the biggest parties, stuff like that. Like which fraternity gets like the hotter girls, I guess. Stuff like that. But what people don't see is like the amount of like community service that like we really do. We really do give back to the community. Also, just like how close everybody is. Like I feel like one of the stereotypes is that like, oh, you like pay for your friends. You guys aren't like really ever friends. But like everyone like that's like in a fraternity is like genuinely like friends with each other. That's one thing I think people really don't see is just like how close everyone is like with each other.
How big of a role do parties actually play into your life?
Into my life,
Mm-hmm.
um, I mean we do have parties every now and then, but like it's not all I focus around. Obviously for me academics come first, and that's one thing that does come with being in a fraternity is like the academic requirement. So like you're required to stay above a GPA. So obviously everyone to some degree, puts their education like at the forefront. You know what I mean? But I mean for me personally, parties aren't like the biggest thing. I mean obviously, it's a plus, they're fun, but it's not like what I really focus all my time on.
Do you feel like the connections you make in your frat are with your brothers or anybody are lifelong connections?
For sure. For sure. That's one thing that is one thing that I really wanted to get out of my fraternity was finding those guys, who would be like at my wedding, and I can like confidently say now that I've found those guys. Like all my friends from my fraternity, like those are my guys. Like they're gonna be my boys forever. Like, and I don't have a single doubt about that. So yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you for your time.